We want to use the bigger muscles to draw the bowstring back. And this creates a very powerful hook that's going to draw you or push you, right? Engaged and relaxed at the same time. Really strong start. Usually you're going to have a really strong finish. If you make your wrist strong and you put force here, your forearm stays really pretty relaxed, which we want, because we're going to be drawing the bow using more of the back of the muscles, tricep, back muscles, rather than if you bend this wrist, typically it's because you're drawing the bowstring straight back, right? And you want this bow to go back so your wrist is bent, mostly bicep muscle. That's not the direction that we're going to be going in. We want to use the bigger muscles to draw the bowstring back. So we're going to keep a super strong wrist. And if you tuck your thumb into the palm of the hand, okay, like so, there is going to be this natural little curve here in the wrist. When the thumb is active, you're going to see here, and this creates a very powerful hook, okay? So that's how we're going to be setting our hook. All three fingers beneath, boom, setting the hook on the string. Next is your grip on the bow, okay? So we call it hook and grip. We just, coming through the Olympics, if you ask an Olympic archer, hey, what's the name of this step? And they're going to say hook and grip. Now, it's a little misleading because you never really want to grip the bow, okay? If you do that, if you're gripping the bow super strong, okay, what's going to happen? You're going to draw the bow to the left or push the bow to the right. And we want to be centered, okay? Like this, boom. It's more accurately pushing the bow. You're pushing the bow, not really gripping the bow. So how do we do that? Okay, it's almost like you're telling the target to stop, okay? Boom. And the bow is going to sit the grip inside the lifeline, the meaty part under the thumb. And you know you're doing it properly. Thumb pointed forward, top two fingers at an angle, right? So you really are able to push the bow. So even at full draw, okay, easy. My fingers are always relaxed. Now, what we don't want to do is keep our hands open, right? Because what happens is when you release, you're going to grab the bow. I see it all the time, right? Because they don't want to, be squeezing the grip. And it's usually these bottom fingers, if you're gripping, that's going to draw you or push you, right? So that people will leave their hands open. We don't want that because of the gripping factor. So if you just use the top two fingers at an angle, I have this beautiful connection to the bow. We then can always maintain this really chill, relaxed but engaged hands, the top fingers and thumb engaged, right? Holding the riser, and I have great control over it, yet again, controlled, engaged, and relaxed at the same time. This balance, always striving for balance as archers. It's like the most powerful place we can act from when we're feeling centered, balanced, engaged. Okay, so let's just kind of recap here. This is all about today, hook and grip. However, first, we're just kind of reviewing our steps, setting our stance. Okay, lining up with the target first, okay? We'll get into the details in the set position. Line ourselves up, connecting the arrow to the bow, making sure the odd feather or the index vein, or the cock feather it's called, is facing away from the bow. Okay. Then we set the hook leaving a small space above the top finger, underneath the arrow, hook, and then we're gonna set our grip on the bow, like so. And after we now have set preliminary stance by lining up with the target, connected the arrow to the bow, hook and grip, we now find ourselves in the set position, which we're gonna cover in our next class. All right, archers, it's been a pleasure sharing archery with you today. It's one of my favorite things to do. I hope that's coming across in these videos. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. We're gonna talk about the set position and all the aspects of it, which is gonna get us set up, lead us to set up, and really the next couple of steps. However, but it's like in gymnastics, they always say too, and I guess in pretty much anything you do, really strong start. Usually you're gonna have a really strong finish, right? So all of this groundwork is in place to set us up for this beautiful practice of archery. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you at the range. Take care.